Good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day. It is Monday, it's March 17th, obviously, and it's about 12 p.m., so around noon. So this morning I was supposed to have my class at 8 and 9. I got up at like 6:30 and got ready and went to the other school. And it was daylight out when I was walking to school this morning. Before the vacation, it was still dark out when I was walking for the early 8 o'clock classes. But today it was light out, so I could walk through the park, which was really nice. I was really excited because when I was walking through the park, there's two pairs of swans that live in that park, and one of them looked like she was sitting in a nest. So I'm really excited because I love like little baby birds and stuff. They're so cute. So I hope that they're gonna have babies soon. I don't know how long it takes for swans to like hatch, but maybe I'll look that up. Anyway, I got to the school and none of my students came to the class. And I was planning to this week just speak one-on-one with a lot of my classes because I had one student request that in one class, and I've been doing it with a few classes where the teacher had asked me to do that. So I'm going to just try and do it with all of them because I noticed that they just talk. I mean, they're forced to talk when you're one-on-one, like, or in pairs. So I'm going to be trying to do that with most of my classes this week. I also wanted to talk a little bit about St. Patrick's Day because they don't celebrate it at all in France. So anyway, I got to my first class and none of the students came, and I sat there for a little bit waiting, and then I went to the V school there and I asked her if the students in that class had something going on today, and she's like, oh yeah, they had a practice exam because they have their exams coming up, and I was like, oh okay. So I went home. But just another example, like it's schools in France. I'm not the only one that's had things like that happen, but they just tend to be disorganized, and sometimes they don't communicate very well. But anyway, I would rather go to class and have it canceled than go to class and have class. So I guess it's okay. But even more than that, I would prefer that they tell me it's canceled, so I could have just stayed home and not got up at 6 in the morning. But anyway, when I was walking home, that swan was still sitting on a nest, so I'm hoping that she actually has eggs in her nest or something. And then I came home and I started preparing a little more for my St. Patrick's Day lesson. I went to the next class at 11 o'clock. And the teacher had me talk with the students in pairs again. So I actually didn't talk about St. Patrick's Day with all of them, just with one pair I talked about it. But I just, mostly because I wanted them to speak more than me. But I asked them about their holidays and what they did during the vacation and that kind of stuff. And now I have a couple hours off, and I have my next class at 3 o'clock. And I think what I'm gonna do is first just give a little lesson about St. Patrick's Day so they can hear about it, and then I will talk with them in pairs or one-on-one. This class today is fairly small, so I'm not sure if I'll do one-on-one or pairs. I'm thinking that the one-on-one or pairs conversations might end up lasting 2 weeks, so I might be continuing that next week also, because it takes a while to get through all the students. If you have a class with 10 students and you have a 50-minute class and you have to allow time for them to actually change and get settled in and stuff, that leaves less than 5 minutes a student. So I'd rather do 10 minutes for each student and break it into 2 classes. So I'll probably do that. And then after that class, I'm going to go grocery shopping because I have hardly any food. Before I left, I made sure to leave a few things that I could eat when I came back because I was going to be back on a Saturday night, and a lot of things aren't open on Sundays. So I had left some pasta and tomato sauce and some frozen quiche things and some milk. In France, they sell milk in little jugs, and they're not refrigerated. Obviously, you have to refrigerate it after you open it, but you don't have to refrigerate it from the moment you buy it. So I was able to buy milk, and it was still good when I came back because I hadn't opened it. So I had milk and cereal for breakfast this morning. And yeah, yesterday there's a bakery here that's open on Sundays until 8 p.m. So I went to that bakery yesterday, but they didn't have any sandwiches, which is what I kind of had wanted for lunch. So I didn't have to eat the same things like pasta and quiche for 3 days straight, but or 2 days, I guess. They didn't have any sandwiches, so I got just a baguette that had cheese and meat in it, baked into it, and I got a dessert, millefeuille, it's layered pastry dessert, just because I felt like it. And yeah, so today I'm going to do grocery shopping, and I think I'll make a video showing you guys what I got, and I might try to show you, like, if I can, I'll try and show the exact prices of the different items, because I know I had one person who was interested in a more like in-depth shopping video. So it's really awkward to film in public in France, especially in France. It's awkward to film in public in the US, but it's especially awkward in France because it's just not as mainstream to be like vlogging and things like that. So I think in the US it's becoming a little more normal, but it's still super awkward sometimes, but especially if you're in a store and there's other people around and stuff. So I'll try and show you guys what I bought and how much each individual item costs so you can have kind of an idea. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm also thinking I'm going to do a video talking about my trip to Croatia and my week backpacking with my friend. I'm going to just do a video where I'm talking about it and giving like a summary first, and then I'll post the actual footage after, because a lot of the footage I'm not talking, it's just like filming. And so I think it would be better if I explain it first and then show it to you guys so you can kind of know what some of it is, rather than just seeing this footage and not knowing what all of it is and stuff like that. So because I didn't film everything either, and yeah, sometimes I forgot to film, sometimes I couldn't film. So anyway, you can look out for those videos coming up soon. I think the ones where I'm talking about it will be fairly soon, and then the actual footage will maybe be a couple weeks out. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.